Okay, says we're live. So hello, welcome. I have my Star Wars Christmas sweater on because it is now December. So I feel like that's allowable. um, at this point, I only have like two really Christmas themed sweaters, which is the Star Wars sweater and then the nerdy reindeer. So those are my only two like Christmas. I have other ones that are sort of like nice and winter-esque. Um, but I think most sweaters fall into that unless they, have a specific holidays color on it or something. So anyway, so that is where, so I have this. I've also, I decided and went ahead and set up my December bujo. I used some of the washi tape shops. I think this was from their Year of the Tiger launch, which was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point. And I debated like which tape to go with, but I went with the sort of one that had the gold and the purple accents, which I think was really pretty. I tried to make little bows. They're okay. And then this is my weekly layout for next week. So I have the notes section up top, and then I have the rest of the week boxed out. So we are technically, I guess, going back to a horizontal or column-esque layout for next week, which I haven't done in a while because I've been really enjoying the daily sort of like running daily for however much space you actually need for the day, rather than having lots of empty boxes and feeling crowded in some ways. But we're going to go back to the boxes because December is kind of a weird month, and sometimes it's good to make sure that you have a little, a decent amount of space per day. So that's my December theme. I know I was contemplating doing my newest set from Notebook Therapy for the washi tape, but I decided to save that for the reading journal setup, and then maybe also the 2024 newbie situation, new journal. So yeah, but anyway, so I have finished with my Nano project, at least that draft. So I'm not going to be working on that today. I think instead what I'm going to be doing is working on some short stories this month, just to kind of step away from the project and give it some time to rest. I also should be editing, to be honest, but I think what I'm going to do is let that series just chill for at least a month. But I'm going to be, I think, focusing on maybe trying to get some short stories done this month. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like one a week. So I would have, how many weeks? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four short stories for the month. If I should focus on like that'd be my goal, is 4 for the month. Or if I should do 2 for the month and have them be slightly longer. Megan's like, Cinderella, please. Maybe I should do some Cinderella. Maybe I should do some Cinderella. It's been resting quite a long time, hasn't it? Okay. Anyway, so while I contemplate whether or not Cinderella is going to happen this month, what are you doing today? Because I know some people are finishing Nano. I know some people weren't doing Nano and are just doing their quarterly goals. So what are you up to today? Becca says, hello. Hello. Welcome. You're going to try and finish your homework and then back to the screenplay. You didn't finish for Nano, but you were very close to finishing. Yeah, I watched a bit of Laura's stream last night, and y'all were going hard. You had like 15 pages in a couple of hours. And I was like, dang, that's nice. So yes. Francis says, hi, hello, welcome. Yes, yay for the Star Wars Christmas. Yes, when I saw this in the store, I had to buy it. I had to. So Emery Creek says, good morning / afternoon / evening all. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. That's pretty much all you own as well, is the, yeah. I mean, Christmas sweaters are nice, but you only get to wear them for like a month and a half, and then you kind of have to give them up again. So, Megan says, hello, I'm working on goal setting for your December post later this month. Gotcha. Lindsay, hello. You're just going to be doing some free writing today. Nice. First of all, welcome for your first official stream. Last time you joined, you were super late. It's okay. It's the Dawdling Writer Channel. Come on in whenever you like. So, Regina is excited to see Becca. Becca is excited to see Regina. This is where Megan's like, Cinderella, you must write Cinderella. For those of you who don't know, I have a, on my blog, it's been untouched for a while, but I have a series of chapters for a story that I have always called Cinderella Should Have Been a Bitch. And yeah, it starts off quite fun. So Megan has been waiting for a very long time for updates on that. So apologies, Megan. Francis says, some planning first and then some edits in the mess that is the nano draft, right? Yeah. Lexi says, hello, welcome. Regina says, I started watching the silent timer. Yes. Okay. So I have that one, the 30-minute one, which is sort of like the winter sunrise and fog edition. And then I have another one that I've finished rendering before the stream, but it's not uploaded yet. And that's a 45-minute snowfall timer. So there will be another timer soon, but just not yet because I haven't uploaded it and it takes forever to upload. So CB says, my writing tutor said 6 weeks minimum between the end of a writing phase and an editing phase. I think that is for the sort of like traditional time periods. I think that is probably reasonable, but I also know that the industry has definitely shifted towards fast drafting and fast release. And so I don't know that the industry allows for this much time anymore. If you are looking to be sort of like super prolific, like an R.L. Stine or a Nora Roberts or, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, so it may get 4 weeks, but it also, like, depending on how excited I am to like actually get back into the story world, it may get less than that. My Kanban board looks well. So most of this, all of the orange down here is like the 1,000 words for Nano. So there are 50 of those. So those have all been moved. I did not make extras for the extra 18,000 that I wrote for it. These bigger pink stickers are more like healthy habit type things that I'm trying to so I have one for each week, and then so I mark on there whether or not I have done my healthy habits. And then I've got a couple others, so it's hard to see. Some of these yellows are nonfiction, and there's also some other yellows hidden in there that are some more pale yellow, which is like my YouTube goals. Which, thanks to y'all, I'm now up to 760 subscribers. So yay! Which actually means that there's one sitting like right here that I can move, but it's hard to see because it's very, very pale. But yeah, so I've been very impressed with the number of stickies that I have moved this quarter. But I also know that these are much smaller goals than I sometimes put on there, because sometimes I'll put like a short story outline instead of like, part 1, part 2, part 3, or beginning, middle, end outline. So it depends on how you split it up into tasks. And the smaller your tasks are, the easier it is to move them. That is, so if you get motivation by moving things, the smaller the goal, the better. Lexi says, I'm working on my book, trying to cover the planned word count for December. what is going to be your word count for December? I'm curious if it's going to be another 300,000 like you did in November. It seems like an unfathomable number to me. I must say that. Amethyst Storm, hello, welcome. Also, love your avatar. Thog is here. Good morning. If I can get my mouse to work. Good morning. Regina says, I'm still trying to get my corrections input on the first short paranormal. It has been a hectic week. Yeah, it is definitely, several things have popped up this week, and I need to redo my dry erase calendar like today. Otherwise, it's not going to happen for like 2 weeks. Lexi says, Storm, welcome. Rosalind says, hello, welcome. CB says, I have an Iron Man and a Super Mario Christmas jumper that I can't really wear all year round, and then a hedgehog one that's a bit more discreet. Yeah, that's the discreet Christmas sweaters are nice because then you can kind of like sneak it in a little early. Thog says, yay, today I can work on something other than Nano, the main novel that you've been working on that you want to get done and start editing. Ooh, exciting. If the Storm, you are working on the beginning chapters for your new novel and the word count for your ongoing book. 50,000 for December is the goal. Nice. Excellent. You can do it. It's such a good story. The boyfriend and I both want to know what happens. Yes. I wish I was a faster writer, but I'm a plotter. Yeah, and I go back and forth. Like y'all saw in November, like my word counts were crazy. But I also know that was like me being rather too reckless with my speed. So not paying as much attention to the right word choice, the right phrasings, the right, making it clean. So when I'm making it clean, which means less editing for me, I don't get those crazy numbers. And sometimes I will only get like 200 per. And it feels slow then. But on the other hand, I also get really overwhelmed with editing. So I really ought to be just like sticking with that. Cool Gamer says, hey, hello, welcome. CB finally set up the Nintendo online thingy. I have no idea what it is or what it does, but it is set up. I do not know. I don't have a Nintendo. I don't think I've ever owned a Nintendo. So I don't know. I contemplated getting a Switch at one point, but I just never did. Regina says, hit the like, y'all. That would be nice. Thank you. Heather is here. Hello. You're popping in for a sec to hit the like button before you do a stream later. Excellent. Thog says, cool gamer. Hi there. How you been? CB is going to be doing Mill Wordy. Nice. You were raised on Nintendo. Yeah, we did not have like a platform gaming system. My dad was much more into PC. And so we were raised on PC games and like local area networks and that kind of stuff. And so I think the first time that I encountered like The Legend of Zelda was at my brother's orthodontist. They had some sort of like console thing that you could like play in the waiting room. So I think that was my first exposure to really any sort of like console. And we had some cousins that had like a Game Boy. I think it was a Game Boy. Yeah. So, but mostly we were just PC gamers. So, yeah, you can't not make things clean because you agonize over your sentences in your head before you affix it to the page. I almost never have spelling errors when I type because of this. Yeah, I do have typos quite a bit because I do type fast. Although I'm usually pretty good about seeing them and backspacing or like that felt funny, like back up. But yeah. Dog says, Megan, I thought I was the only one. No, there are quite a few people. I know Laura does this a good bit. Like Laura hunts for the right word. And she's so good at it. But I know that was something that she actively worked on with Sasha Black's book and workbook, The Anatomy of Prose. But yeah, so I know there, and it's honestly like it makes for a better draft when you're done, for sure. So your family was crazy into consoles growing up. First Pong, then Atari, then Nintendo. You've stuck with the Nintendo ever since, although I do have a PlayStation as well. Yeah. I think Bestie has PlayStation. I don't think she also has Xbox. I think she just has PlayStation. But I do know that that is mainly because of Final Fantasy. Like that is her jam, is Final Fantasy. Megan says, "Lil Thog, I'm glad I'm here. I'm not the only one." Yeah. Heather's excited about the new timer too. Excellent. You've got a piece of homework to finish, and then the second to last redraft of your Nano and the story you wrote last week for homework, which you are now expanding. Nice. I also used to be able to type 80 plus words per minute with 99% accuracy. Yeah. I think I mentioned that I went and took some of the typing tests recently because we had talked about them again recently. And I think I got up to about 75 with 99 or 98. So yeah, it helps. Yes, it does. CB says, I do, but it's because I don't always get the meaning of the words to know or know the right words. Yeah. Your family opted for the Odyssey 3. I don't think I know that one. Emery is also a slow writer, but a fast editor. Ooh, nice. That's a pretty decent combo. You're working on the first draft of a contemporary fiction piece today. Nice. All right, y'all. We need a card, and then we can use the new timer. So I think during the first sprint, I might change my dry erase board, like make it a productivity thing, because I'm seriously gonna forget if I don't do it, like while I'm thinking about it. Thog says, no, Jules, you don't know Odyssey. No one knows Odyssey, not even people my age. One of the small ones, huh? In terms of popularity. Okay, so we have B. And where's my hello fact sheet? So in case you do not care for insects, the critter for today is a bee. So there will be a bee on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Bee on the screen. Here is our bee friend. When the bee comes to as your protector, she asks you to be very honest with yourself. Do you want to taste the sweet honey others have been making, but you believe is unattainable for yourself? Do you wonder how others ended up with so much more magical honey than you seem to have none? Have you bought into the illusion of separation and become convinced that you can't have what others in the hive enjoy? Do you separate from the hive to do it all on your own or to hoard the honey that you do have, unwilling to trust that there is plenty of support and plenty of sweetness to go around? If you have been overworking and overdoing and have not given yourself any time to enjoy the sweetness of your life, the bee is telling you to stop and recharge. Perhaps you are afraid that if you don't get something done, it just won't get done. However, even busy bees need to take a break, and when they do, the honey still gets made. So remind yourself that the sweetness is everywhere and available to you always when you need it. Okay. Bee is disappearing. Bee is no longer on the screen. That is a really good message. It's a reminder of, one, you don't have to do everything yourself. That's sort of like what the context was. You can delegate. You can ask for help. You can look around and see if there are any more easy or efficient ways to do things. But it's also after a hard month of Nano that maybe you started in like September planning. It's okay to take a rest. It's okay to take a little bit of ease in your in your time. So there is the message for today. Let's see. Stormtrooper. Yes, it is. It's very cute. I like it. You made the mistake of getting an Xbox 360 and replaced a couple of years ago with PS4. Then for your birthday, you got the Switch in 2020. Gotcha. You barely remember it, or you vaguely remember it. It's like beta versus VHS. Yeah. What a nice round bumblebee. Yes. And the card is calling you. Yes. Yeah. Still an epic words per minute. You usually sit between 35 and 45, depending on where you are in the story. Lindsay likes the message from the bumblebee. You think you're going to go with the bee card rather than the card you picked. You got the antelope, which is the opposite. Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you need that break, if you're feeling like you need that recuperation, that rest, you should listen to yourself. Listen to your body, listen to yourself. All right, let's see the new timer. We are going to start it out with the full 30 minutes because it's just so pretty. Again, this is one of my silent timers, so it does have the chimes at the end, but it will switch between images. So there is that. There may be slight movement as it changes pictures on your on the screen, but here is the new timer. So that being said, 1, save your document if you have already been working. If not, now is a fantastic time to pull up whatever it is that you are working on today. Okay, just pulled mine up. 2, take a sip of whatever it is you're supposed to be hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That was the first print. I think I got like -5 words. I started rereading and editing a bit of the notes and things for the Cinderella stories, or chapters. Rereading, made myself a list of names. So yeah, so that's what I did. Is I was rereading and slight editing, and -5 words. So that is where we are. We are at -5 words. um, but yeah, that is appropriate, I guess, for um, how things go right after Nano, right? That's normal. I forgot. I also made a double page spread for like gifts and sorting things. Again, I tried to draw bows and they were iffy. But yeah, I shouldn't even be like in that week. I should be still in the last week of my planner. And I did not do my dry erase calendar like I said I was going to. I forgot. I forgot. So yeah. So that's where we are. That's where we are. Do. Let's see. Megan drew a tarot card and then went over the things that you did this year. Your card today was the 4 of Wands. Okay. You asked what you should focus on doing today, and you take it to mean that you should look at the path you are on and see if I need to readjust my plans to get where I want to be. Yes. 4s are also cards of boundaries, because they can make like a square. And so if you are looking at, and also the wands slash staves fall into the sort of like your, I want to say your passion project, or your passions, whatever it is that you are fiery about. And so sometimes you have to like build boundaries to, I don't know why I just did like the Vogue thing, but anyway, so looking at boundaries for your passions, whether that is boundaries to keep people from like putting your passions down, whether that is boundaries for like time wise that you're spending on it, or how much you're investing your time and energy and finances into your passion project. But again, like they're all up to interpretations, and also depending on each deck, the images that you get in a card can be slightly different. And so if you are pulling from the imagery of the card, there may be some other things that you pull from that for your own interpretation. That's sort of like, so there's like the classical interpretation of like the imagery that should be on the Rider-Waite deck, and then there's like individual to your own deck as well. So, but yeah, 4s are usually cards of like stability and boundaries. So I don't have my giant claw clip. What have I done with it? Oh, one of them's way, it's over on the left side. Y'all, where do I put things? This is why I should clean my desk. Like seriously, clean my desk. Becca is working on response posts for the discussion this week. Almost done with that. Excellent. Good. Lexi wrote 1,593 and even took a little pizza break. Oh, nice. We still have not had pizza. Like, I know that we had the other day, we all talked about pizza. And we're like, pizza. We still have not had pizza. What did we have last night? did we have last night? We had pot pies the other night when we were talking about pizza. I have no idea. I need to start writing it down in my. We write it down on the calendar in the kitchen. That way we know when leftovers are no good. But yeah, I have no idea. No recollection. Oh, hamburgers. That's what we had. That's what we had. But anyway, we have I could either make like from scratch pizza tonight, or we have some flatbread that I got from the store, so we can make like little personal sized pizzas. I don't know. Both of them sound good. Ooh, 1,171. Nice. Love all the ones. It's kind of fun when you get multiple of the numbers in the row. 499. Excellent. Most of your homework is done. Yay. You can if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's the thing about tarot that's nice, is you can interpret it for your own personal needs. Dog says, I've made a few inroads of tasks that you need to get done. Yay. Lindsay wrote about 400 words. Fantastic. Ooh, Megan got our new toaster oven yesterday, and we've had so much fun using it. Yes. Pizza is a must. Yeah, I think so. I think we might have to have pizza. I did start to decorate our Christmas tree, though, so after the stream is over, I got to go decorate some more. I don't know how much energy I'll have for like scratch. So it might be personal pan flatbread pizza. Megan says we even made peanut butter cookies. Ooh, I love peanut butter cookies. They're so yummy. And I haven't had them in a while. So maybe peanut butter cookies and pizza is a must for for us. CB ordered yourself pizza for dinner. Yep, you ate half of it and the rest is for tomorrow's dinner. Nice. Amethyst Storm says to Emery Creek, thank you. That stream helped a lot. I wouldn't have been able to write this much otherwise. That's right. The streams are so good. They're so good and so necessary now. I feel like I don't know that I would be able to write as much off stream like as I do during the streams and with timers and such. I was like, okay, now I need pizza. Same about the sprints. Yep. You want pizza. Don't want to be you want pizza. Don't be rude. Share it. Do we have a pizza emoji? Pizza. We do have a pizza emoji. All right, here's pizza. That's as good as I can do for us right now. That's as good as I can do. Stacy is here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. That's why I invited you here. So here's our pizza. Our lovely pizza. You have to give the dog a bath during the next sprint. Your least favorite chore for the both of us. Oh no. CB doesn't share food. That's okay. There's more pizza emojis to go around. Lindsay also has pizza emojis. Stacy's like, now I want pizza. At this point, we ought to just all have pizza and take pictures of it and upload it and just be like, AuthorTube is just pizza now. Not with you. I'll share it with others, but not. Oh, well, the cookie does kind of look like. I mean, well, you're right. There is, because we talked about cookies. So pizza and cookies, and some cocktails. Agreed. Your in-laws are coming into town and we're supposed to get sushi. I don't like sushi. Can I have someone's pizza? Megan's like, I'll eat the sushi for you. I would also eat the sushi for you. So Lexi says, Storm, share your rice crackers with us. Now it's just going to be like sharing of the digital foods. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I wanted to have us use the other timer. Let's see if it's gonna. Is it gonna let me? And what one should I play it in? Maybe this one? We'll see. Because I told y'all I had the snowfall timer that has been... Okay, it's thinking about it. Oh, I don't want to update you. There we go. Wow. Where did it go? Okay, let's see if I can get it to okay, how do I stop? Oh, dagnabbit. This is the problem. Like, I'm so used to just having it on YouTube that okay, why? Okay. Let's see if I can again minimize it and like maybe. Sorry, y'all don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking as if you can see what I'm doing. Window. How do I get it to do it without the okay, come on, mouse. Please work. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as it does on the YouTubes. But anyway, this is what we are dealing with in terms of like, because it's not uploaded yet. This is what we're dealing with. And then it will be uploaded hopefully later today so we can use this. But anyway, so this is the snowfall timer. Also silent. Let's see. I'm going to scroll it down to a 30 because maybe as close as we're getting today. Okay, so we're going to scroll this to the 30. This will be our self-promo timer. Hopefully everything is going to work properly. And then I can get some more editing done for the next front. Carrie is here. Hello, welcome. Oh, you're supposed to get snow this weekend. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right, so second sprint is the self-promo sprint. Don't forget to promote yourself as long as it is writing adjacent. So if you have a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Amazon author page, website, blog, social media, etc., that is writing adjacent, let us know where we can find you. Just remember that if you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. That being said, here we go. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is that you are hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the second sprint. Don't forget to do your self promo. I got distracted. I was thinking about some of the notes that I had for Cinderella. I had a couple of, I've already written in some information about the hitman, and then had notes for a different information about the hitman. So I'm like, is there a way to reconcile these two pieces of information? Do I need to scrap the later plan? Do I need to go back and edit the first part? So anyway, while I was contemplating and going through the different options in my brain, I was going ahead and setting up the last few weeks of 2023. So here's the blank, and then here's the in progress. So that's what we're doing, is we are contemplating what to do with the hitman for the Cinderella story. So that's what we are doing, is we are contemplating what to do with the hitman. Of course, I mean, there are definitely several options that I have in mind for what ultimately will happen to the hitman. But in terms of like timeline of things, because essentially the stepmother is not a good person, and hired a hitman to kill her several people over the course of her business with the hitman, and one of them may or may not have been Cinderella's dad. And so we are also trying to figure out whether or not, because I had a moment where I was like, well, was their whole marriage fraud? Like, was she still married to somebody else prior to her previous marriages? So like they were in fact all fraudulent marriages, or if she paid to have them killed, then that would not entitle her to any of the financial doings. But I also had the moment of like, well, if it's a fraudulent marriage, who is she really married to? And then my brain was like, the hitman. And I was like, but that's not how I had originally thought to have those two characters interact. Initially, they were just like, the hitman was happy to have a repeat customer, who he then could like blackmail for continually higher prices for the next job. But like, it would kind of be fun if she was if like the stepmother was in fact married to the hitman and like got sick of being married to him, ran off, then discovered that he was a hitman, and so like blackmail on multiple ends of things. So I'm like, I'm trying to decide what to do with the hitman. But that's where we are. And in the meantime, I'm just making my journal pretty while I am contemplating the potential ramifications of some of these. But yeah. So anyway, don't forget to do your self-promo. My self-promo is subscribe if you enjoy being here and doing sprinty sprints with us. CB needed to refill hydration and then put the pizza in the fridge. Stacy just took a break. You were napping due to the medicine for this first sprint and before, but I do need to finish getting stuff ready for the in-laws' arrival, which could happen anytime between now and 6. Gotcha. I did fix my dry erase calendar. It's a little sloppy, but it's done. Then that's all that counts. Done is better than perfect. Megan says, check out my latest Substack post about my new tarot deck, Pride and Prejudice and Prophecy. Nice. Or you can check out all of the things that Megan does here on Megan's Linktree. Megan did wash the dog after taking both of them out for their breaks. The dog is unhappy with you now. Yeah. Carrie got lost on TikTok when you're supposed to be doing my 2024 goals breakdown. Yep. The social media will suck you in, that's for sure. Stacy says, I got some more cleaning, did some more genealogy while listening to some other videos as well. Emery spent this entire sprint going through the AuthorTube spreadsheet, subscribing to all the channels. Yeah, that's a lot of channels, isn't it? And adding all the lives for the month to my calendar. And there are plenty, I'm sure, that are going to get scheduled. I did update the spreadsheet last night, and there were surprisingly not as many as I thought. But maybe that's just because people are going to take like a few days break from Nano. You get used to the Nano influx and you expect a whole lot. And then it's like holiday season and people are taking some time off. Lexi managed to get 2,159 words that sprint. That's amazing. CB says 123 words and tripped and fell headfirst down a Twitter, whatever it's calling itself these days, rabbit hole. Storm did 1,428. Nice. Lexi says, wow, boy. Is this in terms of the Hitman issue? Yeah. Dog says, just got back with pizza. Why not use the she's married to the Hitman plot as an alternative? That's what I'm trying to decide is whether or not I want to use that for like a later twist that would essentially like render stepmother's marriage to Cinderella's dad fraudulent and therefore make her responsible for paying back all of the financial damage that she did to the estate. It is that time of year. Yes, it is that time of year. That's for sure. Mom got some more bananas for, y'all, I feel like I say this all the time, but like whenever we bring bananas home, we always get those little fruit gnats. And I don't know how to not have them hatch. Like we've got duct tape around the like stem section because supposedly that helps. So we haven't had that as many this time, but anytime Mom brings or I bring more bananas into the house, we always get the stinking gnats. And one of them always follows me back to the room. It's like irritating. CB says, I'm only taking the 22nd to the 3rd off. Carrie to Megan says, I want to run up to Michael's and get a dedicated notebook for these goals. Really getting into the black paper journals, but you don't have the $10 for it. Where did I put them? I went to Walmart and so it's not a black paper notebook, but it does have decorated edges. Let's see if I can. So it's ruled. It's not grid, but it's ruled. No perforations along the spine, but it's at the Walmart. It's the first time I've ever seen a spray. Would these count as sprayed edges at Walmart? And it was a really good price, and they had a good many of them. So it says Thoughts of Sorts on the front. It's sort of like a champagne. It's definitely like a fake leather type thing. Here's what the inside cover looks like. But it's just ruled paper with sprayed pretty edges. But anyway, so that's at Walmart in case you were looking for an excuse to buy another journal. I definitely bought multiples of them because I am planning to keep one for myself, even though I told myself I did not need more journals. I can't help myself. They're so pretty. So, but anyway, so in case you need another notebook, I think it was only like, I think it was somewhere between 5 and 7 rather than a full 10. So it's reasonably priced as well. Megan has been using Notion. Carrie has Notion set up, but you also want to write it down. Gotcha. Yeah, CB has some changes to your support care during the season. Yeah. Stacy says, since I finished early, had a mental breakdown, then got sick. I have had my break, and now I am going back into writing. Just Monday, since the in-laws are going to be in town. Gotcha. I know, right? That's what I said when I saw it at the store. It's very pretty. It was an unexpected bonus find. I did not see your promo. So CB has a YouTube channel, and under the About page on the YouTube channel, you can find all of CB's things. Stacy says, I'm thinking of getting a sketchbook so you can start using your glass dip pen some more. Thicker pages is better, or thicker paper is better. Yes. I think we have like 2 or 3 sketchbooks that I got from like Five Below or something several years ago that I haven't used. I'm planning on confiscating one of them back from my mother because we trade things like that, and using it next year if I don't have a spare sketchbook, which I'm pretty sure I do. So, but if I run out, right? You're going to be doing a Hannah Montana rewatch at some point. Yeah. I mean, December is just kind of like it feels sometimes like just like a crapshoot of a month, like so much chaos going on, so many things, people to see, events to go to, like all that kind of stuff. Seriously, y'all, I need to learn to hush and like actually let us sprint, because it's now 3:00 and we've only done 2 sprints. So we're gonna do another sprint. And this will be a 30-minute sprint again. So here we go. 30 minutes. 1, save your document. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That is the end of that sprint. Apparently today was just a thinking and brainstorming day for me. Because I continued to do that as I set up things. I think I'm gonna have to like do a couple of days of like cleaning, organizing, you know, all the stuff that I put off during Nano because fiendishly writing type of stuff. And just like improve the environment to improve the brain waves type of thing. But on the other hand, I have made it almost all the way through one of the washi tape rolls that I had earmarked for like just using for edging. So that is good. So being used up, which is good because I have more washi tape than I have room at the moment for the drawers that I have designated. So got to use it up somehow. Let's see. Carrie loves glass dip pens. Megan wishes you had Netflix so you could do your Gilmore Girls rewatch. Carrie says, the one thing I had to do when I went to Chicago in August was to go to the big stationery store and get some fancy ink bottles. Y'all, I get ads for like those fancy ink bottles on Instagram all the time, and they look so pretty. But then when I see them, like the ink being used from those bottles, they're not the color that I would expect based on the packaging. And so I feel a little bit let down. But anyway, that's just me. CB says, I'm seriously considering rewriting your first winning camp Nano novel, which was called Sweet Niblets, but making it a Hannah Montana / Marvel crossover. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Stacy says to Carrie, I'm thinking of getting a second ink when I get a sketchbook. Purple, of course. Carrie has black, purple, a slightly iridescent blue, green, and a deep red called Writer's Blood. Appropriate. Maybe you'll use your mixed media pad for this goals breakdown instead. That way you can play with your inks and watercolors as you go. Good plan. Stacy's in-laws just called. Should be here by about the time the sprint ends. So welcome to the in-laws. Lexi did 1,311, and now you're taking a break. Nice. CB ended up playing bowling on Facebook, but you got your right everyday badge. Good. Thog wasted the sprint when your roommate was like, I need to go get a phone, and you got ready, and then he decided, no. That's irritating. Oh, well. Okay. Well, I at least have reread the majority of my Cinderella notes, and so I'm going to do a little bit more thinking, not just about the Hitman, but about a couple of the characters, the young trouble, and figuring out what all shenanigans they're going to get up to in the next couple of chapters. It's weird. Like I have chapter 13 like almost completely done. Probably more than. It might need to be split up. I'm not sure. But I'm still like I have just like a mishmash of notes for 7 to 12. So there we go. Anyway, we're gonna call it for today. I don't think I can do any sort of concentration for the actual drafting of things today. So I'm gonna just take that grace, take the B as our indicator and rest and recuperate for today. And I will see y'all back on the 3rd, which is Sunday. So I'll be back for weekend and Mondays. I should have the whole month scheduled out. if I've done it correctly, and uploaded to the spreadsheet as well. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will get, before I do anything else, I'm going to start uploading the timer, the second timer, so that yeah, that will be available for y'all to use on your own should you wish it. Anyway, so thank you very, very much for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.